안녕하세요. 이번 시간에 연습할 10개 단어는 교실, 수업, 대학 강의, 선생님, 대학 교수, 선생님용 책상, 팔걸이가 있는 의자, 칠판, 텔레비전, 세트, 격시계, 이에요. 이번에는 각 단어를 원어민 영어로 들어볼 거예요. 어떻게 발음되는지 주의해서 들어보세요.
Remember it. Sit them in a classroom, tell them about Plato at the age of...
You find students coming into the classroom with a presumption of and is
to my students when I'm talking about things in the classroom. So
You need to keep repeating the lesson 10 times a day.
And then making the return with a new lesson learned.
A really potent lesson for a kid who couldn't change.
And a lecturer wants to give you a bit of information.
She teaches. So I walk into her class to give a guest lecture, about 300.
Interesting. So he's giving another lecture. It looks like a form.
And then having a teacher there that's constantly giving you.
And was described by every teacher as painfully shy.
Other wonderful teacher, Elizabeth Jolly, you might have heard of her.
Professor David Lenson writes about this in his book.
My mother was an artist, my father was a college professor, and
I had the great fortune when I was a young woman, 15. My father, who was a professor, took a sabbatical and we lived...
Piece of paper, and they showed me my office. It was a teacher's desk and 32 student desks.
The corner behind the teacher's desk, who knows all the answers.
Into the classroom and took from my teacher's desk the grade book.
I mean, you don't have to, you can just play armchair psychologist, and it's like a guy.
Very enormously. You can come back and write them up as savages from your armchair, and anthropologists have done.
Wow, you know, they're basically doing the kind of armchair anthropology, these sort of superficial...
He's offered informal education with a blackboard, with chalk. He teaches English.
On a blackboard, and when he got to the end, he was so...
And eventually I started having a list on my blackboard as an assistant professor.
Between the television set and the fridge. And the fridge...
6 weeks, we didn't turn on the television set, we didn't pick up a newspaper.
Take television, for example. The average television set in the United States of America is on 30...
around the clock, as well as a number of other negotiations.
The tick of a clock at every second. Seconds.
All would synchronize in his in his clock shop. Okay. His watch shop. Okay. And
다음은 안 보고 말하는 연습이에요. 눈을 감고 한글과 영어를 모두 큰 소리로 따라해보세요. 이런 걸 쉐도잉이라고도 해요.
1뜻 교실.
In English, classroom. 2.
뜻 수업.
In English, lesson. 3.
뜻 대학 강의.
In English, lecture. 4.
뜻 선생님.
In English, teacher. 5.
뜻 대학 교수.
In English, professor.
6. 뜻 선생님용 책상.
In English, teacher's desk. 7.
뜻 팔걸이가 있는 의자.
In English, armchair. 8.
뜻 칠판.
In English, blackboard. 9.
뜻 텔레비전 세트.
In English, television set. 10.
뜻 벽시계.
In English, clock.
오늘도 수고 많으셨어요. 그럼 다음 시간에 꼭 다시 만나요.
I'll be back.